Welcome back, campaigners. My name is Cross, this is Campaign Terrain, and this is my 1 year anniversary of this channel. I cannot tell you how stoked that makes me feel. I've put one of these out a week for 52 weeks. I've gotten, as of today, 308 subscribers. I'm super excited about all of that. There's going to be some changes in the next coming year, and I'm going to go through those. And I know I like to ramble, so I've got a list. So I'm going to go through them as quick as possible. Catch me after the bump. During the bump, please share, like, subscribe. Hit me up on any of the pay links. It would really help me out and allow me to continue this channel in the future. More about that after this bump. Thank you so much for coming. See you in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to go through these as quickly as possible. It's going to sound a little bit like I'm rattling off a tractor. I know some of you already think I speak really quickly. This is not the episode for me to slow down. I got a lot of ground to cover. I tried making this earlier in the week and it came out to about a half an hour, and I'm going to try to cut this way down. So I'm going to jump right into it. I've got it put in categories, and I've got some bullet points. I'm going to hit all of those and then wrap up. Why do I do this? I like to inspire. I want to encourage you to build things for your table. I want to encourage you to build things just for dioramas. I want to encourage you to take a chance on any hobby you've got, even if it's not gaming related. I want to encourage you that this is not difficult and you can do this. I also like to teach. I want to show you ways that I do it, and I'll tell you when I mess it up. I'll tell you how to do it. I'll tell you how not to do it. I'll tell you how I did it. I'll tell you when you shouldn't do it that way. This sparks my passion. Having this channel has put my mind back in the gaming standpoint, has kept me from being depressed over not being able to see my friends during the plague times, and I really just gain satisfaction out of this channel. That's all there is to it. Also, I need stuff for my games, so why not build a channel about it and tell people how I'm doing it while I'm doing it? It's great to plunk something on a table and have a player go, ooh, ah, and maybe ask me how I do that. But it's cooler to tell 308 of you how I did it, and hopefully grow that number to way more than that. Doing this sparks my imagination. The more I build, the more I think of to build. I'm always like, ooh, I could do that. Oh, I could do that. I get great feedback from you viewers. I get great feedback from several other communities I'm in, and I love watching other people's videos. Why am I changing it? Well, to begin, I said it speaks to my passion, but to a point, that's true, and then after that, it's a drudge. Having to hit the same days, I film on these days, I build on these days, I create on these days, I make my stills and framed shots on these days, and then I edit, and then I don't like that type of rigidity for a hobby. It stops being fun for me. COVID is almost over, and I want to concentrate more on actually making some money. This is not my only job. I would love it if it was, so if you can help me out with that, that would be brilliant. But it's not my job. So I got to look into making more money, which means I'm going to have less time to devote to building. That's all there is to it. And so I'm going to be trying to do more focused, cool things, but less of them. Also, I need to build toward real gameplay. A lot of the stuff I've built, it's not for things I'm gaming. It's for things you could game. I could create scenarios around them, but they're not what I have actually got in mind. So I need to build more towards my game. All right, what to expect coming up. We've got 4 categories and then some bullet points within those. Changing types of builds, changing my timetable, changing the format slightly, and additions of things I'm going to add on that I'm not doing yet. Changing types of builds. I'm going to have less all-in-one, and more partial builds. So it won't be, I'm going to build a boat! I'm going to build a deck. I'm going to build a second deck. I'm going to build a third deck. I'm going to build the rigging. I'm going to outfit the deck with cargo. I'm going to show how to build the nets in a different video, that sort of thing. It won't be ship, boat, ship. I'm not getting into that. I will have less generics and more specifics. It won't be, here is a thing that could be for this. It will be, here is Dragon's house in the village of such and such. I'm going to have more tips, tricks, and tools. I'm going to show how I mix my paints. I'm going to show how I mix my washes. I'm going to show how I apply those. I'm going to have some crafting tools that I've modded together. I'm going to have tools that you might not think to use in a certain way being used for crafting. So tips, tools, and tricks. I'm also going to have more experiments. Hey, this just occurred to me. Let's give this a try. And it may be a complete fail, or it may turn out amazing. Don't know yet. So expect some of those in the coming year. Changing timetable. It's not going to be 1 per week. It may be 3 per week. It may be once every 3 weeks. It will be as I get the motivation and the time to put it together. That's going to keep my sanity longer and make me happier. And I will be able to come in and be much more passionate about this and much more excited about this, and a lot less, here's how you put it, and you put the glue on, like I have in some of my videos. Changing the format slightly. I'm going to have shorter vids. I know y'all are all happy about that. Part of that is going to be the building it in parts. It'll be, here's how I built the lower deck of the ship, not here's how I built 3 layers of the rigging in the cargo. It'll be shorter videos, blurb format. I will be talking less, this video notwithstanding. I will come in, have my beginning blurb, have a blurb at the end. I may have a couple of voiceovers here and there, but it's mostly going to be just music, me crafting, and the occasional screen title that tells you exactly what I'm doing, especially with measurements. I'm going to be having different music. I've liked the techno sort of style I've had for a year, but I'm going to be switching it up very soon, not immediately, but soon, to more medieval fantasy style. I will be having more views of things away from my workbench. So you won't just be seeing this or that angle where I set the camera over here and point down here. You'll be seeing longer shots. I'll have bigger things. I've got another table in the other room. I'm thinking of creating a painting station. If I spray paint anything or spray glue anything outdoors, I'll be showing that, those sorts of things. The last thing, in the changing the format slightly, I'm going to have more blatant requests for money, shares, likes, and subs. I know I always hit you up at the beginning and end and go, hit these links over here. And then at the end, I do the same thing, and then a couple of times in a video. But I really, if I'm going to keep this going, I need help. I can't afford to keep doing this. I have, over the last year, I have basically not worked. I have survived on my savings, and I have spent money on this craft out of my savings. And now I don't have any savings. So there will be more direct commentary toward that. I don't like to be that person, but if I'm going to keep doing this, I've got to be that person. Additions. I will have more photos. I tend to have 2 or 3, maybe 6 at the end, and that's it. I'm going to start to have more beauty shots, more work in progress shots. A lot of those will be coming from the easier shooting schedule. That way I'll be able to stop and take the time to create stills in the meantime that are going to go up on Instagram, that are going to go up on Facebook, that are going to go up on onto the ends of the videos for the beauty shots, all of that. I will be having more screen titles. As I said, I'll be having more things that say the one I made is 4 inches by 5 inches, or this one I said is 126 inches, but that's, I will be having more shout outs. I get so much inspiration from so many places, some of them not even crafting videos. I will be talking about other crafters for sure. I will be talking about other video channels I watch who are doing good things, like usually it's going to be with a charity donations and things like that. Anybody that's doing something for a great cause that's in any way craft related, you'll hear about it from me if I can help it. So more shout outs, more recommendations, more, hey, go check out this channel, or hey, buy this product. So far, I do not have any corporate sponsors, so if I'm shouting out about a product, it really means that I use it and I like it. Okay, so what do I need? Well, money, we covered that. Less rigid shooting and editing schedule. For those of you who know what I mean, I don't have enough sporks in my drawer to do this every day and do it on the same days every week, week in and week out. I've done it for a year, but I didn't have anything else going on. I'm starting to get more active both in my social life and looking for more work because of COVID. So I'm going to be having a less rigid editing schedule. What else do I need? Suggestions for where to get the word out. I'd love to grow this channel. I'm at 308 subscribers, and I would love to be at 3,000, 30,000. So if you've got a way to do that, if you know some need that I'm not touching on, let me know. If you know some place I could talk about myself or just hang out and be in a community so people learn about me, please let me know. I'd love to go hang out at those places. And I would really appreciate any help in that direction. All right, specific future plans. I have a Discord server. Right now it's got like 4 people on it. I plan on growing that. I will be starting to put out the links to that soon. I will finalize my Patreon tiers. I had them before. They were super complicated, but I'm only going to have 3 tiers. They're going to be really simplified. You'll know exactly what you get at those. Be looking for that. I am going to discontinue certain social media. Tumblr, Imager, and Pinterest. I post there. Nobody ever responds to it in those. I am going to be stepping up postings on certain other social media, such as Discord, as I said, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to start posting more often on those. I'm also potentially going to do unannounced streams, and contributors will know ahead of time. Everybody else, I'm not making those private. You'll see them when they pop up, but you won't necessarily know they're coming. I'm not going to advertise those to anybody but contributors. I might maybe add a Twitch channel. I already have a Twitch account. We'll see. I am definitely starting an Etsy. That's one of those things that I said for making more money. Stuff I build for Etsy, you will not see on the channel. Stuff I build on the channel will not be available on Etsy. The Etsy account is not going to be under the same name. I might at some point say, this channel is now sponsored by, and then you'll know. But other than that, my Etsy channel will be its own thing. I'm also been planning for years. There are many notes in here, and I've got 4 other notebooks in there. I am planning on writing my own role-playing game. I've wanted to for years, and I finally got a team of artists or people who know them, people who can help me create races and you understand. I'm writing a role-playing game. And if that really takes off, I may even have some minis crafted for that. I know 2 different people that do really good 3D miniature art, and I may start my own line of minis, but it's going to go with that role-playing game. Again, that is not going to have this channel's name on it. Those are just my plans for the future. So you know when I say I'm working towards keeping the gaming aspect and the terrain crafting aspect creative and new, I really mean it. I love it. I've got like 5 hobbies I've ever enjoyed in my life for anything longer than like a few months. And gaming, I've been doing this since the 70s. Gaming terrain, I have been doing this since the 70s. I'm not going to stop now. So look for me and I'll see you next time. All right, there's going to be a final bump here. Then I'm going to come and have a wrap up. Thanks for putting up with me. See you in just a second. So there you have it, YouTube. Thank you, campaigners, for sticking around. If you lasted through this much of the video, you must really love me, and I appreciate that beyond words. I can't even tell you. So thank you so much for sitting through this. I will be back. I do not plan on leaving. I love this hobby, and I love you guys. I've got oodles of doodles, so I got many plans for things that I can create for you, and I hope to bring you more informative and interesting builds that you can take to heart and use to build either the same thing for your campaign, or that it sparks ideas and gives you inspiration for yours. I can't say enough about you guys. I appreciate it, and y'all coming back week after week really just fills me with joy, and I love you guys for it. I love this community. We all take care of each other, and this has just been a brilliant experience for me, and I definitely am not quitting anytime soon. So, this is Campaign Terrain. It's still going to be Campaign Terrain. I, as ever, am your host, Cross. I love you. And until next time, I wish you luck in your campaign. Thank you for coming.